Hello everyone, Tav here. I'm just cutting in before the action to let you know this episode is part of a campaign sponsored by Hatchlings Games, the creators of Cryptid Creeks. Hatchlings Games are an indie studio based in the UK who have made great accessible games that are fun for all ages. You may recognize them from games like Inspirals and Dragon Dowsers. If you're interested in checking out their Kickstarter, you can follow the link on screen or look in the doobly-doo below. We are very excited to play Cryptid Creeks for you today, and I hope you enjoy it just as much as we do. So grab your backpacks, your flashlights, and your definitely not cursed diary, and let's dive into the mysterious world of Cryptid Creeks.
Anyway, now the Tavernaut's gone. Hi, welcome to Cryptid Creeks. We are dealing with a curse. I
Yes.
say, as the leader of the group, that
Our
the curse is
skipper?
gone. The curse is gone. We have
What's up,
won.
gamers? Welcome back to our YouTube video. Today we're going to be speedrunning Curse of Breaking.
Yeah. Remember to drop the likes and subscribe.
We're doing
Curse
the
break percent.
100%
curse
Curse
break.
Break challenge.
Speed run, let's go.
Any percent, also 100% at the same time.
Are you done,
3 hearts.
children?
No. What kind of question is
No,
that?
didn't you learn I'm vintage?
Yeah.
I know,
Never
chat.
done. Hello? Oh wow, what a silly question, Tavernaut. Are you done?
You know
Well,
what?
yeah,
You
with
know what?
life,
I
but
should-
not this.
You know what? I should feel bad for asking that because I know, especially with you, Sonny, the answer is never no.
Yeah, you've met me for a very long time at this point. Like, you know that I'm never done.
I've known you for at least 4 different campaigns, so
Yeah,
I should know better by now.
YouTube already knows better.
What did you do?
Me? You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
What didn't you do?
Yes.
Anyway, hello kids. Welcome to the stream. He says probably not even being the oldest one in the stream. But yes. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of Welcome to Cryptid Creeks, which I am actually going to call the Frigging Peddler and his what did I call it again? Magical
I'm coming, like, magical lectern from heck.
magical lectern from heck. In fact, I'm changing the title for the video now because I can do that because this is YouTube and YouTube isn't terrible.
The puppy, the witch, and the audacity of this Jimmy.
The friggin'. Let's see if this triggers YouTube's bad words policy. There we go. I don't know if this actually applies after or before you refresh, though. So
It
We'll
is
find
showing up
out
for me.
together.
I already
is
found
showing
out
up for you?
before. I'm vintage.
I'm a big fan of this. Also, that is I also know that vidIQ will be screaming at me for that video title because it's too long. Anyway, welcome to the final episode of Cryptid Creeks. We've been playing Cryptid Creeks for the past 4 episodes now, and before we get started, I just want to quickly remind you that this is in fact a sponsored stream. You can see so below, you can probably see so up there when that cycles through. You can see so in the description. I don't have a banner that says, "Hey, this is sponsored," but I hope the FTC will forgive me my trespasses. Oh God, Sonny, what are you doing? However, uh, this is a sponsored stream. Cryptid Creeks has been doing amazing on Kickstarter, but there's still half a month left for you to back it and get the either get the actual Cryptid Creeks at like a discounted rate, or get the limited editions of Cryptid Creeks, which I would 100% recommend doing because it is amazing. I have in fact used my own money to back it. It is that good, and that okay. I guess that's resolving. Yeah, that's resolving. This is a hashtag sponsored stream, everyone. FTC, don't sue me, please. I don't have enough money to be sued. Now, before we get into the session recap, I would like to remind you for one final time who the wonderful, wonderful Chaos Gremlins that I'm playing with are. Starting with Kai, who's distracted. Kai, what, where, when, how, why? Whomst.
Okay, so what is a lot? I've done a lot of things from social media to podcasting to just like whatever. You can find all of it at kaidejesuscreates.com, where you can find, I think, close to everything I've ever done. Also, just Google me, Kai DeJesus. I'm somewhere. And you can also find me at The Better Adversary on Instagram and Array of Lives on TikTok.
Amazing. Next up, Sunny. What, when, why, how, and where is Sunny?
I'm here. Where's Sunny? Where's Sunny? Sunny is where I am. And I do TTRPG stuff, and I'm very excited to be here. I am having a big headache, so that's why I'm extra silly, because I'm now in that part of the headache where everything is very funny. So yeah. But also you can find me at lovingsunny.card with a lot of links, including to my TTRPG stuff on the Sunshine Citadel. And yeah,
Amazing.
I'm playing Big B.
1 second. Lovingsunny.cart.co, and I'm copying it over so that I don't get hit by YouTube.
Please.
Next up, last but certainly not least, Natalie. Who, what, why, when, how, where, and whence can we find you?
All right. Well, I'm Natalie. You can find me on lots of places. Check the links for how many, because there's a lot. But for what I'm up to, what I'm doing, well, when I'm not here, I'm on all other places. I'm on Girls Runs These Worlds for Under the Floorboards. I'm on Nerds with Dice Running Night. I am going to be on my own channel later, just playing a video game that released today that is cozy and Canadian, because I'm Canadian, so supporting my Canadian brethren here. And yeah, just follow me for all the news and all the things that I do and showcasing all the things, because I like playing with all the things and all the people at all the tables.
Also, I would very much like to not thank OBS for instantly converting that to a hyperlink and then not actually applying that into YouTube. Thank you so much, OBS. That is a very good feature. Anyway, hey, hi, howdy, I am Tav. You can call me Tavernaut. You can find me wherever Tavernauts can be found, which is Twitch. No, absolutely not. Discord, yes. You can find that at discord.tavernaut.tv. Twitter, for now. Blue Sky, yes, I really like that platform. Tumblr, yes, but I haven't posted there. TikTok, yes, but I don't post there. YouTube, you're here. So I'm probably, I mean, subscribe if you haven't. I've actually been, and I've actually seen that a lot of the people who are watching aren't subscribed, which is good because that means they're new viewers who YouTube is sending this way. But if you are a new viewer and you like what you're seeing, do the thing. You can find the button somewhere around there-ish. Mirroring directions. You know how it goes. So, when last we left off, we saw our youths enter the library where Willow had figured this is probably where the cursed artifact is. And as you made your way into the library, you found yourself transported first in the Metamorphoses, specifically the story about the Minotaur, which I don't actually, now that I think about it, I don't actually think is from the Metamorphoses. But we're going with it anyway. Then you found yourselves saving one of your friends from an upset Vogon in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book. And then lastly, you found yourself you found yourselves in the Chronicles of Narnia, where who you are now, Miss Smythe, the librarian, who you are now quite sure was the recipient of the cursed artifact, finds themselves fighting you on the battlefield as Miss Smythe has taken the place of the White Witch. Miss Smythe definitely doing her Dark Urge playthrough. He says not having played that, basically having played like the opening bits of Baldur's Gate because I have to get it through Steam Family Sharing.
You cannot just drop a Baldur's Gate 3 reference and expect me to not choke to death.
I'm glad you
I-
started playing it though, because I was like, Cav.
I'm so glad that you at least saw the character creation. That's all I
Yes.
needed you to see,
You
but
can
I
stop
didn't want
playing,
to
it's
say
fine.
it. Yeah, I
can clock
needed
out.
you to find that organically. If no one told you
I
that,
will
which,
let you know that my current character is in fact called Tav.
wow, that is so uninspired. I can't believe you just used the standard game.
Honestly,
wow.
I think Larian Studios is so uninspired that they used fucking my name for their character.
Yeah, you're their
You've trademarked
muse.
it.
You're their muse.
Tavernaut is trademarked. Tav isn't.
You actually
It is-
did. That's amazing. Hell yeah, of course you did. Am I shocked?
Why are you shocked? I'm actually pretty on point with this kind of stuff. It's actually
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's trademarked, but I could go after people if they used it, based on Dutch law. It's something different from trademark, but it's trade dress or something like that. Anyway, that is neither here nor there, because what is here and there and everywhere, it's not friend Fazbear. It's you guys leveling up.
Whoa.
I love how Sunny's face went from anticipation to disappointment to happiness.
Yeah, I went through a lot of emotions right now.
Anyway, so kicking things off, would you mind telling me what advancement you are going to be getting, Natalie?
Yeah, I am going to get my last badge. And my last badge is called Otherworldly Eyes.
Ooh, and what does that do?
So, once per episode, you can scan your surroundings for anything that looks out of place or off. Automatically gain a clue. The Navigator describes what you find.
Amazing. That's going to be very useful for all of you. Next up, Sunny. Are you getting another skill improvement?
I am also gonna get my last badge.
Ooh, are you
It's
now? Which
called
badge are you getting?
Undaunted.
And what does that do?
You have a certain resilience during the final phase of the curse. Since it's the last episode, I kind of assumed there was.
It is. We are entering the final
Okay.
phase of the curse.
Heck yeah. As a one-off, you can elevate any of your rolls by a single level. For example, if you rolled a 6, it becomes a mixed success. If you roll a 10 plus, it will become a triumph.
Excellent. I'll be. And finally, we have Kai. Kai, what are you taking?
I will not be taking my last badge, partially because I can't justify it narratively. I think what I want to do is add a strength modifier. I'm gonna put my sporty at +1 because Wentz did a lot of running, and I think
Amazing. Yeah, that's actually that fits you incredibly well. Good choice. So that is all of the advancements done, except for the River Scouts advancement. So my question is, are you going to go for the boat upgrade or the clubhouse upgrade? And the thing I would like to mention is if you end up going for the boat upgrade, that does give you the hook-horned Eerie, which can catch a rare fish, which when consumed gives you all +1 to one of your stats.
I would love some sashimi.
me too.
Yeah, quick sushi break.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
we're gonna have to catch the boat anyway because we need to find a very large dog. So we could,
Mhm.
do a little fishing.
Yeah, amazing. So, in that case, let's move that check mark down to here. You can now also sail to any landmark, which might be useful, assuming that you want to find the
Let's go to the
thing.
mountain.
Okay, I guess. This is the face of the GM that basically has like a massive map prepared for their players, and the first thing the players say is, "Ooh, what's on the other side of the ocean?"
Landmark,
What do you
simply
mean you
let's sail to
didn't prepare?
California. Let's sail to another state. Let's have fun in a new area.
Anyway, there's this map that I found online. Okay, we're using it now. Devernot's gone. It's okay. We can go there. I have something very good prepared for
what?
you now.
You know what, Kai? I'm going to have fun in another area, away from you.
Well, we're gonna have more fun because there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
So,
We got a
yeah,
clubhouse.
clearly
I'll find
more
2 more
fun.
people to have fun with.
We'll
You
take a
have 2
pit stop at
pads,
the
you can have a
clubhouse
lot
and
of
then we'll go to like another state and have fun. Let's like
Just pick
This
the
place
entire
is doomed.
clubhouse off. Make the clubhouse Baba Yaga's hut.
Listen, this town is doomed. Everything is going to poop. We can go away and find a new home.
yes, the ocean is your oyster.
Have the stargazer just pick up your clubhouse on his back and just walk off with it.
Yep.
Who cares about your town anyway? It's a
Friends and
silly
loved
place.
ones? What? How silly.
I mean, the littles can figure this one out. Are you okay, Sonny? Okay, please don't die until after the stream, at least.
I promise I'll die off stream.
Please die.
It would be
quietly,
bad
thank
for.
you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Bad, yeah.
So, as you have now picked all of your equipment, we see the gang start making their way out of the library. And as you're looking around, you notice red banners have fallen down everywhere on all of the buildings, saying "War is peace, truth is lies," and I always forget the last one.
Freedom is
freedom is
tyranny?
slavery.
Oh wait, no, freedom is slavery. I think it's freedom is slavery. I think I was wrong.
And freedom is slavery. And you realize with a quick look that the books of the library are now no longer just swallowing people or having little bits out of it coming out of it. No, the books are applying their setting to the rest of the world. as you look around, and you don't just see notes from 1984. You also, in the distance, see a massive ghost ship sailing past. You see um, a on one of the TVs, you see a bunch of very garishly dressed people starting to talk about the upcoming games. Uh, you you see once again far in the distance, but quite clearly, you see what seems like giants fighting each other. Um, and as as you're looking around and you're slightly distracted, um, your sister, um, Big B, like pokes you in your side, and you're for a moment completely shocked because you didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Big B, hey,
Kitty,
you, I,
what are you doing here?
I got the thing, and hands you
Isn't-
the expandable baton.
My baton! Oh my god, Kitty, go home. Thank you. Go home, lock the doors. Don't read any books. I told you to stay away from books, and this time I actually mean it. Love you. Please tell
Okay.
our parents to
And-
not go watch TV or something. Thank you.
Okay. And big smile that tells you that you have just given her a reason for the
Permission.
rest of her for the rest of her teenage years to not read any books.
Hell
As she doesn't seem entirely to have realized what is going on around her. It's almost like anyone who is not you is like slightly looking over it until they're forced to deal with it.
Yeah.
If you've ever played any other like World of Darkness style games, imagine the veil has fallen over this town, and because of that, people are beginning to realize that something is up. But only like when they're actually pushed with their noses into it. But you are now in the middle of town, and your boat is on the other end, of town. What do you do?
I put my baton in my pocket, very happy because God didn't even remember that. And then I look at the other two.
What are we supposed to do about this? I don't know, like
We gotta find a path to our boat somehow.
okay.
Yeah. Remember the thing that was with Hilda? That a big star thing.
Yeah,
That
we
was
we
like
saw it outside of our clubhouse. So
Yeah,
maybe it's still over there.
yeah.
We need to reconvene there? Or just like
I
go
think
back?
so.
Okay.
Yeah. But also not get caught by anything, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad places to be a teen about. Like I would like don't wanna be put into games, don't wanna I don't know. Listen.
Yeah, we're already in our own game, it seems.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not very
So-
sneaky, but I'm sure we got this.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're trying to escape town. That sounds to me like it would require you being very cool. Who would like to lead?
I think if it's about sneaking around, I would have to be the one to lead.
I figured you would. Does anyone have any way they can support this?
I have a
Mhm.
pocket tool that cuts wires, so maybe if there's like a path that like it's not on the streets and we could like take a shortcut to through a wired area.
You can use a pocket tool for that. You can also give me a reason, because when the navigator feels it's warranted, you can also gain advantage.
I'm sick and I deserve it.
No.
Okay, good choice.
Well, I think Willow would be trying to stay tuned into all the supernatural things, and if she's feeling there's like a cluster, then that must mean the curse is like really active near that spot, or this doesn't have as much activity, maybe that's our path to go.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll give you that one. So, as you gather everyone up and you try to make your way out of town, I would like you, Kai, to roll a cool check with advantage.
Can I roll
So that's
3d6 and just take the higher two? Yeah.
Yeah, 3d6, keep highest 2.
Ooh.
Okay. So 5 and a 4 makes for a 9, and your bonus is?
+2, so that's 11.
So an 11. Very good. In that case, you succeed, and I have to double check. I want to double check if that's actually. Nope. That is. Yeah, you achieve what you intended. Go ahead and describe how it plays out.
I think I like the idea of it being very like Ocean's 11, but like kids. I think that's the oldest version, the first movie. It's yeah. Yeah, it's very Ocean's 11 where
It's very Kids Next Door.
Yes, yeah, very Kids Next Door, where like Wentz is like taking the lead and like basically forging the path, but then Bigby and Will are both like looking around, like, hey, like I think there's like something going by, or like there's someone going by, or there's like I don't know, a stick that if you step on it will make a very loud noise in your way. But Wentz is the one leading and saying like, hey, this is like the quietest path. Step where I step, and then I hope we can make it to our boat, but we can like if not where we make it as far as we can.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you make it to the harbor. And in the harbor, you realize a pirate ship has just moored onto the sides, and like the old-fashioned like Treasure Island pirates are disembarking and are starting to make a mess, of things. As on the other hand, like security forces from 1984 are moving forward to deal with whatever this mess is. Basically, as you can imagine, it's chaos, and you're now seeing that people are starting to realize how much of a chaos it is. As on the one hand, people are getting lifted off the street by, uh, well, the secret police, and on the other hand, there's a whole bunch of like little animals that are stealing people's stuff. There's pirates that are actively ransacking storefronts. It's not a great time. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Not a good time to be a citizen of this town. But the way is clear towards your boat. What do you do?
Boat.
To
And
Clubhouse.
if I see a captain with a hook for a hand, I'm gonna start mimicking a clock. That's about it.
So, as you make it to your boat, you realize now that there's a little bit of a standoff happening there. As on the one hand, there's Jack Pine, like lying down in the boat with like a bag of snacks in his hand, and just and then holding the bag away from a new addition to the boat, a osprey made entirely out of newspaper paper, that is like sitting there looking intently at the otter, or the bag of chips that the otter is currently demolishing. Then as you approach, it turns around, does the owl 180 degree looks at all of you, and then just caws and flies up to sit on the top mast. As you have found your hook-horned Eerie.
Fish.
Another one.
That was such a good
So-
reaction. I love it.
What would you like to do next?
Okay. If that one can be nice, we can feed them when we get across the river to our clubhouse. Okay, let's just get order a boat, get everything, launch it, get
Yes.
out.
You seem to be familiar with this guy, the otter who's currently eating. Bigby has never seen.
Oh,
So, like,
right. The otter is
yeah.
Jack Pine. He actually showed up at our clubhouse,
He's a
eating
little
snacks.
baby. He's
Yeah,
fine.
he's
So-
adorable. He finds things.
He's not
So they're
like
good.
Big Brother. He's not President Snow. He's not any evil person that runs some sort of dystopia, or also the White Witch. So
Yeah, he's from like that first stage of like the cute little fairy tale
Well,
animals are popping out.
yeah.
Okay. Well, if y'all think it's cool, then yeah, no, he's cool.
Okay.
I'm a row.
Yeah, so as you are starting to row, I would like to ask you, what, because the hook-horned Erie is, as you are rowing, takes off from the boat and flies up high into the air, starts circling, almost like a buzzard would over a boat of people who are about to starve. And then, like at a moment's notice, you see it dive down. There's a as it dives into the water, and then moments later, it flies up and it lands on the top mast again, and it just opens its beak, and from its beak, a rainbow trout falls down and falls on the uh, falls on the boat's deck, expertly and painlessly killed by the Erie, because we don't do animal cruelty here. Um, and its scales are beautiful. There's There's a rainbow sheen all over them, and it clearly has just caught you a fish to eat.
Can you do that? Looking at Jack. Can
No,
you
I
do
think-
that too?
I think he just looks cute. I think it's kind of his job.
I know he likes to find
Jack
things. I think.
Jack chitters at you for a second, really annoyed, and then dives into the water. And now I'm going to ask something. What would Bigby really treasure? And also, we've been told to hydrate, so go ahead and take a drink.
What would Bigby really treasure? That like could be like that he currently has? Okay.
A thing of value, like a baseball card or a
Yeah, I was thinking of baseball. Like,
baseball.
yeah.
Okay. Who is Bigby's like favorite player?
Definitely a guy that plays baseball who I totally know because I know everything about baseball. Famous.
Bats McGee.
John MLB.
No, Bats McGee. He's
Bats
now called Bats
McGee.
McGee.
Hometown hero.
baseball player
From Hometown America.
90s. From the 90s. Joe Morgan.
Okay, Joe Morgan. So your boat sails on for a while, and for a moment you're thinking, "Oh no, Jack Pine got so offended that he left."
No.
How
Yeah,
do
I
your
got
characters
concerned.
react to this?
I am so sorry. I'm
Bigby,
sorry. I'm
Why'd
sorry.
you say
I know.
that?
I know that was
He
so
was my
rude.
friend.
No, I didn't mean it. I am so sorry, Jack. I'm so sorry.
Nothing.
Oh. No.
And then a few seconds later, there's a splash as Jack Pine ramples up the boat again, holding in his hand like a spherical object, drenched in water, and he walks up to you, drops it in front of your feet, and then just huffs, turns around, marches towards the bag of chips, and just dives into the bag of chips and disappears. And as you pick it up, it is in fact a signed baseball.
Jack, holy shit, my dude. Thank you.
See, he's a good boy.
You didn't even have to. That is so nice. Oh my fucking god. Flipping frigging god. Good boy.
Oh yeah,
He's a
there's
good
no
boy.
response from the bag of chips. There's no response except for like a very disgruntled crunch as Jack is just eating chips and making it very clear that he is not having any of your bullshit.
I mean, I offended this boy and he gave me a very nice thing. I don't know if it, like, he kind of encouraged my bad behavior, but that's okay. I love him for life now. Good boy.
So as that happens, you are on the boat. So I'm going to ask if any of you are interested in doing a scene there.
Oh, this could be good for us.
Hmm.
We've
See?
talked about, because like basically if we involve
can
one
do
of
a
our
stick.
hobbies,
You
we
can do
can
a crew move aboard the boat.
yes. We what's Bigby's hobby? Because we've done Willow and when's his hobbies? Maybe it's
He plays the guitar.
oh
Yeah, that's a little hard.
I think
Play us a guitar song, Guitar Man.
yeah.
I mean,
I
I
mean
could do that if y'all want to
Sing
row.
us a
Yeah,
song,
yeah.
you're the
Once we'll do
guitar
that.
man.
Okay.
And
Wonderwall
that's
again,
how I
or can I
got
do
copyright
something else?
striked.
It's
I
okay,
thi-
I'm not.
Wait, no, I think Wonderwall's great because like Bigby's like, we can do Wonderwall, and I think like Wentz would say something like, I need some normalcy right now. Go play Wonderwall.
Yeah. I
Could
also
be
like
worse. Could be worse for the thing that's happening right now. Could be smoke on the water.
oh god. Yeah,
Don't say that.
no.
Have that in
No.
going in another campaign, actually. It's been a
No.
running thing in another campaign that's
Oh
led
god.
into our kids on brooms.
Oh.
I love it.
Well, anyway, here's Wonderwall.
So the boat sails on as Bigby plays Wonderwall, and
I'm playing it to Jack Pine specifically. It just, it's fine. He doesn't need to
He's the
acknowledge me. He's just,
Wonderwall.
yeah, he's my Wonderwall. But he doesn't need to acknowledge me. It's just, yeah.
so yeah, as you know that today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you, and by now you should have somehow realized what you got to do. You don't believe that anybody feels the way you do about Jack Pine now.
Legit.
And
Legit.
as this is going on, I imagine that at least Wentz, but possibly Willow, starts singing along. And even though the world around you is covered in tones of gray, you, for a moment, have created a bit of normalcy against the curse. And I would like you to make me. I guess I call that cool or suave. Cool or suave, either way. And that is from Sunny, please.
Yeah, definitely cool. Yeah.
Cause it's so cool that you can play Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for it.
I have a +1, so is that 12?
That's a 12. And you,
I
as
can
well
play
as
Wonderwall like a pro.
oh yeah, and as well as a clue, you learn something personal about a crewmate. Have the other player reveal this to you. You can choose which crewmate.
Aw. I think it went.
Okay.
We probably bond over music a lot. You know, you being emo, me playing guitar. So
Okay.
what would I learn about Wen's playing Wonderwall on this wonderful day?
I like Wonderwall a little bit more than a person reasonably should.
You got a bit too excited when we started. You were like, yeah, no, I need normalcy, so play Wonderwall. But deep down, Wens was like, fuck yes. Wonderwall. I know to play Wonderwall for Wens more often now.
Yeah. Cut to like 5 years later, Wentz has his first breakup, and it's like, okay, today's gonna be the
Oh,
day.
no.
That we're gonna get copyright striked if you keep this up.
That's our legal limit. That's our legal limit.
One phrase. One. Or just
As a
say
treat.
it instead of sing it.
It's okay. That's the only line I know. That's the only lyric I know.
Fucking mood.
It's gonna go today's gonna be the day, but on repeat.
So, as and I don't really have like an idea for what a good clue would be for all of you, unless anyone else has a good idea for a clue that you could find like this. I'm going to go a little bit meta with it. So as your boat hits like the side of the clubhouse, and you start to get out, you notice that you've had something like stuffed in your pockets, and as you like start pulling on it, it's like in your not in your pockets, it's in your like bag pockets, and you pull out a very realistic feeling, but still like a textbook like style looking hat, magnifying glass, and stove and pipe. As you realize that you have gotten the three Horcruxes of Sherlock Holmes.
Excellent.
So, and with the three artifacts of Sherlock Holmes, you find yourself suddenly much more intelligent and much better at finding clues that are, in fact, elementary, my dear Wenson. So, clue, which I'll call not quite clue, but it'll help you in the end, which is the three artifacts of Holmes. Sherlock.
We got one of them was the pipe, right? I imagine that us as like teenagers, we don't put any tobacco in it. We just like smoke it because like that's like we just like put it in our mouth. Like
Yeah, we pose with it all the time.
that's what you do with the pipe. You just put it in your mouth. That's it.
I
Makes you
just
look cool.
imagine like Wens is doing the pipe, Begby would try to put on the hat, obviously, and Willow just with the magnifying glass, just like, yes, we
Oh my god,
together
you all
we
have a
form a
magic
team.
item now.
Yeah.
Together you share one brain cell.
Together
Yeah.
we are Sherlock.
By our brain cells combined. By our brain cell combined. Apologies.
How dare you?
Gotta say it right. So, you find yourselves at your clubhouse, which gives you a moment to breathe before you have to go back into the whatever is happening to you. What would you like to do next?
Is Albert here?
Albert has been with you all this time.
Oh my god.
Basically,
Okay.
whenever you're wondering, is Albert here? Assume that Albert is here unless the party
Yes.
has been split, in which case Albert is with one of the party members.
Yeah. Probably
It's
Wens.
just Albert exists in Animal Hammer space,
Excellent.
which also keeps him safe from pretty much anything that could harm him.
Albert the Untouchable. but also pet. Okay.
Albert the Untouchable, but also useless.
Yeah.
Because
I
the moment he
mean,
becomes useful is the moment he becomes free game for me.
his use is being cute, and we love him for that.
Yes.
Just like
Yeah.
Jack was, but then I was rude to him.
But I think technically Jack is an upgrade, unlike Owlbear, who's kind of just flavor. If I like, I'm
Yeah,
reading the
he's
rules
just
correctly.
there. Yeah,
Albert is just a little guy.
just a little
Although
guy.
you can have him do things, it's just that the
No,
moment you have him do things is the moment I get to play with him.
no, we don't do things. It's
And
fine.
as a GM, I tend to break the toys I play with. Sometimes emotionally, sometimes physically.
We can't let you have the puppy. You can't.
No, you already broke the
Fine,
sun.
fine.
It's fine.
Fine. I'll just break all of you.
Yeah, I already did that last campaign. Don't you dare. It's okay. It was very good. Anyway, Clubhouse.
Yes.
Clubhouse.
So you make your way into the clubhouse. So you can totally go after the Eerie immediately. See if you can find him, because he's not in the clubhouse. But you've got a decent feeling that you should be able to locate him. It'll probably be in a tune roll.
I was gonna ask Willow because we also have like a lot of books in the Clubhouse. If
Yeah.
any of those seem relevant before we head out looking for the Eerie.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I was thinking quick look around, see if anything is out of place. Maybe look outside, see if anything is out of place.
Yeah. So as you look around, there's nothing particularly out of place in the clubhouse. However, your eye falls immediately on a single book, which you don't think has actually expanded into the world yet, which is strange, but probably for the best, because the book that your eye has fallen onto is a short story, a like very small pocket book, and it is a story by W. Jacobs called The Monkey's Paw.
Oh.
And
When you said short story, I was like, oh, it's gonna be something messed up, like the lottery or something. I have no mouth, but I must scream or something.
no, it's The Monkey's Paw by
It's just the monkey's paw.
Jacobs. And as you grab that and you like have like a quick leaf through, you realize two things, with both like attuned senses and just simple deduction. It's elementary, my dear Wenzel. You realize that the reason this book hasn't been sending stuff out yet is because it contains its own cursed artifacts, and the peddler doesn't like competition. And the other thing you realize is that this could probably give you some clue as to how to deal with cursed artifacts. So, clue: The Monkey's Paw by W.
Willow, why do you look like that? What's going on?
Jacobs.
I think I may have found. It's weird, but I think this book, in a way, gives us sort of a manual on how to deal with cursed objects because it's about cursed objects.
Basically,
Oh,
in
that's
this-
great.
in the
Why are you
sense
so
that-
concerned?
It's basically in the sense that you know how whenever how the paladin usually goes like, oh, whenever I need to figure out what to do, I just look at what the rogue's doing and do the opposite thing. That book is essentially whenever you don't know what to do, you just need to look at that book and do the opposite thing.
Yeah, just read an Necronomicon. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
All I remember is that I think they throw it in the fire at the end of the story, but I don't remember.
I've never heard of it. It's I mean, sounds
But yeah.
good. I mean, we know how to.
We can at
Right?
least read it and try and figure out what we need to do in opposite.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I know is that they used it, and that's the first thing that we should not do.
Yeah, do not use the cursed items.
Yes.
Step
Okay,
one.
that. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. Okay.
All right, what's step 2? We can't just like
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Step 3 prof.
I mean, don't make a wish, which I guess is part of using it. So, but don't make wishes right now.
Yes. Okay.
You've got a feeling that even if you were to wish upon this book, it wouldn't do anything, because the peddler has signed a non-compete and he's strictly enforcing it. Only
Can
he
we-
can establish. Only he can do cursed items around this place.
Hate monopolies.
Can we read the book to like, I don't know, like, I don't know exactly what I'm asking.
Essentially, you've this is a clue you found.
Okay.
So essentially, I'm assuming that you've read the book now and you've like refreshed yourselves on it, and functionally, this will give you a +1 on your curse breaking check.
Okay.
Hell
So
yeah.
effectively, what you're asking for, yes, that is exactly what the clue's here for.
Okay.
So maybe we go after the arena?
Yeah, we need to find our friend to help us with this.
Big dog.
Yes. Okay. So as you leave the clubhouse, you realize you need to go in. You need to go inland, and you make your way to the outside edge of the forest because you're following a trail of paw prints. First, small, like the size of like a very big dog. But then as they get closer and closer to the forest, they become bigger and bigger until they're essentially the size of little kiddie pools, and then the size of ponds. And they've actually filled up with a bit of water, have a bit of water standing in it. And, well, the closer and closer you get to the forest, the bigger they get. And as you stand in front of the forest, its path shadow covered and dark. We're going to take a quick break. So, we'll be right back after these messages from our sponsor. Hello, everybody. We are very serious people. You should take us very seriously. How's everyone doing? Oh!
No, you would have lost Dropout Survivor. You would have lost Dropout Battle Royale.
Oh, I have zero belief that I would win a game show like that. I'm both way too trusting and way too fucking conniving. I also I've never watched Survivor.
Me neither. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. I had to watch a few episodes for a class I took in college. I think. Yeah.
Amazing. Also, yes, I just did fuck up my hat. Don't at me. I'm fixing it. I'm so ready for this stream, for the finale to be over, and me to add this hat to the collection that I will start building of stream related hats. Also, I just realized that the music is a bit loud, so let's dip that a smidgen. That's a technical definition, by the way, for those of you wondering. Welcome back, everyone. We return to people wearing way too many hats.
Okay, I really do want to give a shout out to my grandma though, because this is an Eevee hat that she made.
Oh, that's fun.
She
Oh, that's
made this.
amazing.
Look at that.
One
It's
second.
an Eevee.
We're all about sharing hats now.
So this is mine, and I will not. This is not mine, and I will have to give it back and go put it back in a bit. But
Oh my god!
So sweet.
Oh
Oh,
my god!
his little hoodie.
Oh my god!
Oh. Oh, it's a little sweatshirt.
I got that in Japan. I got that when I went to Japan for my partner.
Oh.
So that's also why I have to go put it back to where I stole it.
It's okay, I got all the Eevee we need. That's not true, I need more.
So, where were we? Oh, right. A forest. A dark, gloomy forest. Which is where the Stargazer's paw prints seem to lead to. Aww. What would you all like to do?
Do we have to find like that big, I don't know, like that big scary wolf thing? Or is that what we have to do?
Yeah, you know, the big black beast has like
Yeah.
the starlight pool for eyes. That was like in the vision with Aunt Hilda.
Remember the dream where
Yeah.
the beast was like on Hilda's side and like
And he was super
against the
angry
man.
at the
Yeah.
man, yeah.
I mean, I remember that. It's just like, huh. Like, and then we have to do what, like feed it this book?
Well, I think
don't-
the wooden thing, the
The
book
Lectern?
standy thing, yeah.
Yeah. It
The
just goes
magical
against
lectern
what
from Heck.
it just goes against what I've been told. I probably shouldn't feed anything to animals, much less a magical lectern to like a magical wolf. I guess like
Well,
it's just like yeah.
I think this time things are a little funky. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But it just feels weird, you know? Like
I mean, it might be the size of a building now, so it might get weirder.
yeah, wolves don't even eat lecterns. They don't eat I guess like wood in general.
Are you sure?
I mean, they're like carnivores, right? I don't
Out of all the things that you've seen, this is the thing that
This is
Wentz
the
has,
line.
I guess,
this
like,
is
the
the
line.
that Wentz has drawn in the sand.
this is where Wentz and I are like connecting as people because I feel like I just like even if I knew objectively it was a good thing, it just feels weird to me to feed like wildlife because growing up in the woods I was taught no, don't do that. That's so bad. And it's like
Yeah.
so I've now like for the good of the town I have to feed the wildlife. Like that just feels weird.
If it helps you, you would remember that what the Stargazer seems to be doing is less eating and more disintegrating.
Okay, that's fair.
The,
Yeah.
It's like, it's gonna-
the Stargazer is just Vecna.
And that's supposed to make us feel better.
Well, it makes
not-
Wentz feel better about not like it's less feeding the wildlife and more just letting the wildlife do their ecological niche, their job.
You know, so long as the Stargazer doesn't offer you an eye, hand, or head, you're probably fine.
As long
The head of
as Wentz is
Vecna
not
is the best story.
as long as Wentz is not disrupting the ecological system, it's good with him.
I think a big building-sized puppy with a starlight pool for eyes might not be native to our local ecosystem.
At least
To
not on
be
the metaphysical
fair,
level.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Also, Bigby I just used start talking in the third person. Bigby just used all the big words Bigby knows, so Bigby gonna stop now.
Okay.
Bigby will from now on only speak in short words, 2 syllables. He used a long word. Bigby is monosyllabic. What does that mean? That means he's afraid of long words. Like monosyllabism? No, stop! You're scaring him. So,
It's okay, I got my comfy pillow, and I think it's canon. Like Bigby's now just carrying a plushie around because he's very scared, but he's doing the thing.
Yeah.
also,
Yeah,
there's
trying.
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong
Exactly.
with having a plushie, even if you're a teenager, especially if you're a teenager.
I have
would
more
like
if we
to
need.
point- I would like to point at the collection that is to my right.
I
And
also have a
remember,
lot
we're
more.
all vintage.
So, you all now find your way in the forest. Very quickly, it becomes too dark to reasonably see ahead of you, and you are maneuvering by, well, honestly, by pure blind luck. And you realize that now might be the time to make a little change there. I'd call navigating the forest either attune or like smarts or sporty with disadvantage, but attune would be the normal role.
Sounds like a Willow job.
Yeah, I
yeah,
have a flashlight if you need. I can
that will
use it.
help.
Yeah, you can use my flashlight if you
Okay.
need. Yeah.
Right, we'll help
Okay.
with physical seeing and
Flashlight
then
shining
eerie
out.
seeing.
You have advantage now on your attune check.
Yay.
And what are you worried about?
Oh, probably because of how dark it is. We're now getting deep into like the thicket of the woods. Us probably tripping over and getting scraped up.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it.
Ah,
Watch it be 3 ones.
nope.
A 4 and a 2 for a 6 plus what?
Plus 3 for a tune.
So that makes a 9. You succeed, but your navigator explains how your actions leave you vulnerable. Choose to back down or continue. So here's what's going to happen. You begin making your way through the forest, and at a certain point, you're beginning to think you've like got a bead on where the stargazer Erie is, and as you go through, your fear becomes a reality. You don't realize where a branch is across, like an old gnarly root is lying across your path, and you are about to hook your foot over it and just face plant. When right before that happens, you hear a little meow as a cat made out of newspaper, made out of textbook paper, just moves around your feet, and that's just enough for you to like step back, look down, and you see the cat darting away again. As you also notice the large tree thing that would have definitely tripped you up.
Good kitty.
Oh. Yeah, that might have been the one from the
Back
school.
from episode 1.
Yeah, it makes one misfortune go away.
Yay!
So, as you make your way through the woods, you find yourselves in a clearing with a nice little lake that is reflecting the starlight from above almost perfectly. If you look down into it, it seems like you're gazing into the universe itself, as it's like dotted with the as it's dotted with stars from the Milky Way, and you can see the different constellations in it. Behind the pool, there's a large hill that uh, that on the foot of that hill, the forest kind of terminates. Um, you now realize that this large reflecting pool is one massive paw print. There's a few little rocks around there where where you could sit. A couple of tree stumps and other than that, everything is quiet, but not spookily quiet. It's the quiet of a nighttime forest. You feel oddly at ease here, but you don't see any sign of the stargazer. What would you like to do?
What do we do? Is it like calling a cat where you say like pss, 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 and hope for the best?
Bigby's first thought is to shove his head on the pool, so I don't think Bigby should have a say in what to do because he just wants
Does
to shove
Bigby
his L
shove
in
his
the.
head into the pool?
I was thinking of that.
Okay, as Bigby shoves his head into the pool, the water is ice cold, and you pull your head out. Water sprays around you like a L'Oreal commercial, and you feel instantly refreshed.
Water's cold.
Actually, quite nice.
Yeah. Not in here though.
Like a good cold, or is it like a oh no, I hate that I went in the water cold?
No, it's good. I admit I did that before thinking, so it could have been a lot worse. You know, it wasn't that bad. I have shoved my head in colder waters,
Okay.
but it's not in there.
Does anyone else have a plan?
Okay, maybe we sit because there's some rocks here. I must need to come back at some point. And I'm sure we've probably been told something from Aunt Hilda about what
Yeah.
to do or what she has done in the past.
Hmm.
I mean, this thing is kind of a big deal. Like, maybe he had a different form, but and Hilda must have talked about it before. But like something about Stargazer. Like, she definitely said something about that. It's
Yeah, okay, so do you remember Aunt Hilda's story? Back when she was dealing with the curse. And when she was first understanding what the creature and cryptid was and how to deal with the curse.
and she was talking about this creature that helped her, and she knew she needed to find it.
I think she said something about how it's similar to other animals, where you can't just like, where you still have to like be nice to it, and maybe even a little patient, like let them come to you.
Should I play a little tune?
Yeah. So one thing that Aunt Hilda would have told you is that she calls it the Stargazer, and it seems to be completely cool with that. But the Stargazer is related to a constellation, specifically Canis Major, also known as the Great Dog. So as you all reach out, because 12 plus, you instantly succeed. You summon, you call on Canis Major, and as you call out its name, you feel an earthquake as the ground begins shaking underneath you, and the reflecting pool is suddenly no longer reflecting any of the stars as it begins to the water begins to shake and fill with turmoil. And then as something rises, There's only one thing that you can see in the reflecting pool: a single constellation, the constellation of Canis Major. And behind that, a massive black shadow raises up as you now realize, as it opens its eyes, that the hill behind the pool was the Stargazer. And it looks down on you, and there's this rumbling sound of not necessarily angry growling, but like the sound a dog makes when it's woken up. Just um, the sound a dog makes when it's woken up, only the dog is the size of a whale. And as that rumbles travels through your body, it stops and it looks at you expectantly, and you realize that it's essentially waiting for you to tell it what you're doing here and why it should follow you.
I want to pet the ducks so bad.
I guess show it the lantern, the thing. Show him the thing.
I don't think
Wait,
we
do we
have
have
it,
the
but we
lectern?
can. No, we want to. So there's curse. We need help. There's a lot of curse going on in Hilda's city. Hilda also
Honestly,
starts with H. I kind of looked
the
up.
moment you say help, there's another rumbling sound as the dog essentially almost gives you this look of, well, you should have said so, and its paws fall down as it kneels down slowly until its neck and its flank hits down on the ground, and its head turns slightly, and it looks at you, and you immediately get a sense that what it's trying to tell you is, well then, what are
Climb
you
on
waiting
the
for?
puppy!
Get on.
Climb on the puppy! Go jump on the puppy! We're riding a giant fucking puppy! Ah!
We won. End the game here. This is the win
Never-ending
condition.
story.
This is the win condition, guys. We did
So-
it.
As you climb your way onto the puppy, who's the last one to do this? Who's kind of not entirely sure about this because they're afraid of heights?
I know who would probably go on last thinking about it, but it's not because of fear. I guess thinking about the way our characters have acted, I assume that Bigby gets on last because he helps the other two people.
Yeah,
on.
giving uppies to the other two.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing. So yeah, as you help the last person get up, you heave yourself over the beast's back, and it starts raising up. And at first, you're lifted up next to the trees, and then you're lifted up over the treetops, and then you're lifted up over the creek. And you are now looking down, and you're seeing the map as it is on screen. Everything becomes tiny, and for some reason, you're honestly not that worried. You're going to be fine. And as you think that, there's a moment of the sensation as it sets its first leg forward. And then, almost as if someone has just said, Stargazer, yip, yip, it takes off with like a bounding leap and another bounding leap. And honestly, I at this point would like a sporty check from all of you to see if you maintain your grip.
Oh dear.
Yeah, all you want is not a 6-.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. 7.
Good enough.
It's a 6, but I'm a -1.
Oh.
I can do math. 9.
So you can forcibly you can re-roll that 1 from a Bigby.
because of me. Yeah, go
Mhm.
for it. Like, grab balance here.
And Bigby, you can also reroll one of the ones.
Okay, much better.
So I believe that's like a 10 for you, and with -1 and 9.
Yeah, and I think that's an 11. Yes, 11.
11.
For me.
Okay, very good. So all of you hang on for dear life as
Mm.
it bounds off and leaps towards town. You realize that for a second it seems like Wentz is starting to fall off, and then Wentz grips a clump of fur and just holds on. And then a moment later, you see Willow starting to slide, and you grab onto Willow, kind of being pulled away from the side, grabbing some fur and just holding on and then heaving each other up back onto the beast. And as it bounds and leaps and it lands, and it's now smaller as it's standing only about a building tall rather than a mountain tall, and it stands looking over the library, and it growls as it sniffs around, and it looks down, and one paw against the library side, and you see almost a inky force block the hand. At that point, a couple of secret police, um, all dressed in black, but no longer like police officers, more like actual pigs, start running up to the dog, trying to stop it. At which point, it just turns around, blinks once, and there's a flash of light, and it's gone. But then it looks at the library, and again, and it shudders, but it doesn't break. It seems the curse is too strong in here, and you're going to have to either find a way for your friend to come in, or for the lectern to be pulled
I
out.
was thinking of bringing the lector out. Like, I went
How
to pick
big
up
is
the
the
lector.
lectern? I just like want to make. Is it like a one person can carry it, or like two
Basically
people?
like
Okay.
the size of a gaming chair. So
Okay.
like
Oh, then we got this.
yay wide, like half,
Yeah.
like up comes up to your torso tall, and it has little steps that you can step up on, and then look down on the lectern to read a book.
So
It's
one person can
it's
carry it.
heavy,
Mhm.
so you probably need multiple people
Like-
to carry it,
like
but
it
should be
massive. Like, it's like a complete block of wood, right? So it's
Okay.
like very heavy. But
I think
hey,
I'll help you carry it. Willow, you be on standby just in case anything weird happens. I want you to be like, I don't know, be able to like do stuff and not like be carrying this like the lectern around.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of
Okay.
strength.
Me neither. But
So
I don't know
as
what's going on here. So you're the one that doesn't have to carry it.
as you begin making your way into the library, you realize that the library it's ground zero. Every book on these shelves is slowly starting to bleed into reality. And as that happens, and ink is starting to bleed out of the books into the floor, and your grip on reality becomes weaker by the second. Um, we'll start with a curse move by, not curse breaker, curse move by Willow,
Hmm.
as I would like you to attempt an attune curse move
Okay.
to see if you can, well, find your way through the mess that is the library.
Yes. It's getting very inky in here.
inky stinky.
It's a 7 plus how
Plus
much?
3. Plus 3,
For
so it'd be a
10.
10.
Yes. So 10 on your curse move. You find a clue as you start making your way through the everything. You actually take out a little vial and collect some of the inky goop that has been falling from the books. Just close it up, put it away somewhere, and yeah, you have the ink now. As all of you make your way into the librarian's office, safe and sound, and you see the lectern with the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe still sitting on it.
Right.
Can we just take
Are we able
this
to
in?
carry it? Is there a window we can throw it out of?
I
Oh,
was thinking that as well.
great
But
question.
can we get the
The
book out of
librarian's
it?
office is like in the center of the library, so you would have to like carry it out.
Should we bring the book? Like, is it better to bring the book, or is it like, oh, it's dangerous, leave the book behind?
I would leave the book
Um,
behind if we
Willow,
can, but I
you
don't know if we can
realize-
remove it.
You realize that the book isn't necessarily part of the curse,
Okay.
so you could easily toss it off or carry it with you. However, the curse does seem to like try to use books that it's directly attached to fuck around. So, or frig around. Sorry. So that is definitely something you could keep in mind there.
Do you want to bring the book?
Can we close it?
And let's just close it and leave it on the
Yeah.
desk.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like another attune check from Willow as she tries to pull the book off and tries to push it away. Do you have any badges you would like to use for this?
If it's an eerie move, I do.
I'll say I'll let you use like your like a move to like pull, see if you can like summon in an eerie to help you.
Yeah, because I have my uncanny friend. When using eerie move, you can, if you roll a 6 or below, you can reroll 1 die, and you must take the new result. So I'm at
Okay.
a 6 plus 3 currently.
Okay, so then you can't use it? Question mark? Let me reread that. My
Yeah.
uncanny friend. When using the eerie move, if you roll 6 minus, you can reroll 1 die. Yeah. So you can't use that one, but I'll let you do the I'll let you add the +1 from Cryptid Compass.
Okay. So that'd be 10.
10. Okay. And this isn't a curse move, this is just a scout move as you achieve what you intended. So you pull the book off the thing, and for a moment you feel cold, as if a winter's breeze is surrounding you. And then a second later, a little mouse jumps up your shoulder and just makes a quick run across your hand and just pounces onto the book, and the book slaps shut. And as you throw the book onto one of the tables, and you turn around, and uh, Wentz and Bigby start lifting up the heavy lectern. Bigby, would you like to roll sporty with advantage for me?
I would love to.
Okay, that's not very good. That's a 5 plus. I believe you are at a 3, right? So that's a 5 plus a 3 makes for an 8. So as you begin to pull,
Can I reroll one because of my badge? Because I'm a
it is in
natural
fact sporty.
athlete?
Yes, you can
Yeah?
reroll. Go ahead and reroll your 1. And that's a 6. 6 plus a 3 makes a
Ooh.
9 plus a 3 makes a 12. You succeed as
So much better.
Triumph.
as you and Wentz lift it up, and you for the first time it doesn't really work, and then you realize, okay, lift from the knees, not lift from the knees, not your back, and you pull it up, and as you begin to haul it out, you hear a voice in the back, from the back of the room going, "Hey, what are you doing? I was using that."
Fuck you. No, frick
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Goodbye.
No, and I was using that.
No screaming in the library.
It was marvelous. And you, Willow, you see Miss Smythe starting to approach to try and see if she can struggle the lectern away from you.
Laser pointer in the face.
Why
Okay.
LARPing? It's a little less bad for the world.
Okay, so as you say that, I would like Sunny, because you just said something very relevant, to make me a suave stealth move at advantage.
Isn't it super cool
No.
to okay.
You thought you had me there, did you? You thought you had me there, bucko. So that's a 9 plus what?
A plus 0. If it was
A
cool,
plus
it would be a
0.
10.
So with as you yell that out, she for a moment is stopped and goes like, "The world? What are you talking about? It's just a virtual reality thingy majig."
This bitch is cursed. Look outside.
I mean, look
I'm
at
so
the bendy
sorry.
ink machine happening in here.
That's
Yeah.
true. Don't even need to look outside.
As you say that, she steps out and looks around and goes, "Oh, oh my! Sorry, what is What's happening?"
You
was
tried
just
to
told that-
kill us, and now, yeah.
Wait, did
That
you
was
think you
real.
were trying to kill us? Or did you just think, oh, I'm going to kill my arch enemy kids in this virtual
I think she just
reality
thought it was,
game?
yeah, I thought,
I was just fighting the battle from the villain's perspective. It's a jolly good time.
So did you
Keep in
like,
mind,
is it
she
like
is
an Oculus
British.
thing? Is it like an Oculus thing where you like just put something like what
No,
did you do?
It's so incredibly real, which is why I wanted to get back to it. But you're telling me this thing, it's
yeah, you
affecting
almost
outside?
shot my face with a
It's-
bolt of ice. I could have died. Anyway,
It's
we have better things to do. I'm like actually holding
Yeah,
this
you
wood.
you just walk off, and she's just left there, shell shocked, looking at like what?
It looks real because it is real.
Infanticide.
Well, I never. So, as you make your way outside, you all have the lectern in hand, and you plonk it down on the steps of the library, where the stargazer was just sitting in like sphinx pose, just waiting. And at this point, I would like to ask who is going to do the curse breaker.
What kind of roll is it? Is it like a stat? Is it
It's a roll that doesn't really apply a stat.
wow.
Instead, it applies all the clues that you've gathered, so long as they're relevant. And looking over all of them, I think all of the clues are in fact relevant in some way. Minus the curse's difficulty. This was an easy curse, so the minus is 6, which
Okay.
means that you are going to be rolling 2d6 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minus the 6 from the difficulty. So you'd be rolling it at a +5, and you want at least a well, you're hitting at least a 7. That's just flat
Yeah.
out the case, because math 5 plus 2 is 7. But ideally you want to hit a 10 or a 12 on this.
I would love to as the leader.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, go for
roll,
it.
And I would love to know if a little bullshit is available to me.
Uh,
Can we add advantage?
Okay. What?
Wait, no. Is advantage like
there's
possible?
no advantage on this one really.
Okay. Like if we were to like help out, that doesn't like do anything. Or
What if I use a badge?
No.
Okay.
What? Which?
So I
Wait,
have an undaunted badge. That means I can raise and elevate any of my rolls
You have
by a
certain
single
resilience during the
level.
final phase of the curse. As on one off, you can elevate rolls by a single level. For example, if you're... I mean, that's not advantage, which the curse break move specifically says that doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
applies. So go ahead and roll
okay.
for it with your undaunted.
I roll 2d6.
Oh, shite. I just realized that the dice you rolled have been consistently rolling onto my on my screen rather than on the thingy, because for some reason it was moved to the side. Okay, everyone. Sunny just rolled 2 6s for a 12. Plus 5 makes 17. Plus Undaunted makes...
Whatever's above the non-existent
where
ceiling.
you hit the where you hit one of those machines to test your strength, and it just, the bell just... Yeah, that's basically what you did. So what's going to happen is this: as you set it down, you'll step back. The dog, the stargazer, rears up and looks down on it, and its eyes affix on that wooden lectern. And its eyes are already bright, but they start glowing brighter and brighter. At a certain point, they become painful to look at, and then 2 beams start slowly pouring forth, hitting the lectern, and you see a shadow of the lectern inside the light, and then it breaks apart into dust. And as that dust cloud expands, it goes through the outside of the beams, and it carries with it this starlight white and starlight blue energy. And it begins rolling down over the library, turning the blackish shield that was keeping the stargazer out to immediately just shatters. It rolls over the first building, and you see one of those banners disappear. And it rolls down the street where it quickly engulfs one of the TVs that is playing a scene from the Capitol, and it just glitches for a second, and then it's just playing a scene from Washington DC again, and which might be worse, honestly. And it rolls onward, and slowly it cleanses the town, which is for a moment washed in bright moonlight. And as you look around, you realize it's done. You've destroyed the curse. And as you all look at each other, you pat the side of the stargazer, and you start to hug, excited that you finally rid the city of the curse. You hear a...
Hello?
from the distance, as seated at the same quaint little coffee shop in the town square is a man covered in face covered in shadow, wearing an old 3-piece suit. And as its white smile cracks across its face, it starts rearing up, taller than any adult you've ever seen. And it looks at the 3 of you and... Hilda's brats.
He's real. Puppy. Fetch.
The puppy turns around towards it and gives the peddler a withering glare, and the peddler looks up at you as, "Oh, I guess I'll have to go now. Don't worry, I'll be back with more toys. Good night, children." And that's when the moonlight and the starlight hits him square in the chest, and he just poofs into non-existence. And the the stargazer, just lets out a and turns around to all of you and just licks all of you with this massive tongue that almost is the size of a mattress.
The
And then it
cuddles
turns,
and the
Yeah.
and then
Such a
as
good
you give it
boy.
one final cuddle, it turns around and it starts walking into the distance. And as you see it walking through one of the streets, it slowly becomes smaller and smaller. And then as it turns around the street, it's gone.
right. Well, it's
Probably
still an earshot.
never.
I see. Good boy. Just so it goes off knowing
Yeah.
it's a good boy.
So as it turns around one of the corners, there's this single as a tail wag hits the side of a building. And that
Oops.
is in fact the end of your story. But maybe not the end of the full tale. Thank you all for watching and playing this first episode, this first series of Welcome to Cryptid Creeks.
I rolled 2 6s. Are you kidding me?
That was
So cool.
amazing.
Yeah. Perfect ending.
Yeah.
Me trying to bullshit my way into the thing. Who needs bullshit?
Who
Yeah.
needs bullshit when you have dice bullshit? Anyway, I would like to mention to everyone that I do not control the odds on 3D dice. I cannot just call the people who run 3D dice and go, "Can you make the next die roll a 6-6, please?" With that, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for playing. Before I let you all go, I would like to reintroduce you to our lovely cast, starting with Kai. Where can people find you? What do you do? And why should people watch you? What's new with you? Tell us about the newest thing.
The newest thing right now is I'm taking a step behind the scenes and doing some stuff with Elitist Coffee, which is a local coffee shop in northern New Jersey. I'm starting to run the social media feeds there. You can also find my writing on sliceofculture.com, where I write about culture and important stuff that's happening also in northern New Jersey. If you can't tell, that's where I'm from. You can always find out what I'm going to be doing on cryptidcreeks.com, where you can find the links to all of my socials and contact me if you want to see me do more stuff.
Amazing. Next up, Sunny. Where, what, how, why, when, and for what in particular can people find you?
Do it for Sunny. Hi, it's me. I'm Loving Sunny. You
For
can find me at
Sunny.
lovingsunny.car for Sunny. Do it because I bring sunshine, and I've had a very lovely time doing this. And if you'd like to see me bring my bullshit to other stuff, cast me. I love doing TTRPG stuff, and it's very great. And if you'd like to see more of me, you can go to the Sunshine Citadel channel on Monday. I will be playing Iron Valley, which is a lot cozier than that. And on Wednesday, we'll be doing the finale of Witcher on the Girls Run These Worlds, which is way less wholesome and adorable than that. But it's so good. And we're about to have like a very epic fight. It's going to be it's going to be great. Anyway, tune in for that, please.
Okay, and then Natalie, where can people find you? What do you do? Why should people tune in? And what is the latest thing that the Natalie is doing, the ghost handle?
Yeah, you can find me a lot of places with the interwebs. There's going to be links somewhere around here. Follow me where I do a bunch of stuff on the interwebs. When I'm not here, you can find me in Girls Runs These Worlds. I'm playing Under the Floorboards on Monday afternoons, followed by Monday nights over on Nerds with Dice, playing Night. And then Wednesday, I am playing in a Kids on Brooms game on Zeal Zaddy. It is the generation after on D&D characters, specifically of 2 that got married. And then Thursday, I am over on Horde of Tales playing Burnaway. And then I do all my own stuff tonight. I'm playing a little game that came out today called Sugar Shack. It's very Canadian. I'm going to be talking about Canadian stuff because I'm Canadian. So we're going to be all maple syrupy. And then just keep looking at the socials because I got spooky solo games coming up through October where I do lots of fun spooky games for all the fun spooky solo tabletop designers out there. So make sure you look out for that.
Amazing. And then finally, I would like to give a quick shout out to Not Here But Not Forgotten, Cosmic Design. Due to some just really shitty timing, I'm afraid that we haven't been able to see as much from Cosmic Design as we would have liked, but you can still find all of her stuff over at twitter.com/Cosmic Design. Go give her a follow there. It's an absolute shame that she wasn't able to attend most of the sessions, but because I very much would have loved to see more of Raven. But what we got was amazing. So go throw a follow their way. Now, finally, I have been Tav. I still am Tav. You can call me Tavernaut. You can call me Tav. Just don't call me late for dinner. I go by he, him pronouns. You can find me wherever Tavernauts are found. If you are concerned that a Tavernaut isn't a Tavernaut, then, I mean, send me a DM on Discord or on Twitter. But most Tavernauts are, in fact, Tavernauts. You can find me on Twitter for now, on Blue Sky for a while yet, hopefully, on Discord by going to discord.tavernaut.tv, which is our little community, which you are all cordially invited to join if you haven't done so already. It's very nice and very lovely. Then you can find me on Twitch, but I don't stream anymore. You can find me on TikTok, but I have never uploaded. You can find me on Tumblr, but I don't understand Tumblr, and it scares me. And finally,
You're
you
too
can find
old
me
for
on
it.
YouTube. You're here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like this kind of content. You're still watching, so you probably do. If you liked this video, the like button is also somewhere around these here parts. You can find all the information about Cryptid Creeks in the doobly-doo below or in the comments. But if that is all way too much effort for you, you can also go to taf.yt/cryptid-kickstarter, where you can find out more about the sponsor of our series, which is Hatchlings Games. It's in chat as well. If you want to check that out, you can find all the information on their Kickstarter. If it's still September, it's still running, so go and back it. It's really worth your while. If it's not September anymore, still go there. There's probably a backer kit, or I may have just changed the link with Cloudflare Magic to the actual proper thing. Just over there and over here and over above me sometimes, maybe. Right now it's a character sheet. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I have been Tav. If you want to support this kind of content, you can always, it's not required, no one ever needs to do it, but you can always toss me a buck on Patreon. I use that to pay my costs and pay artists and pay for all the things that cost way too much money that are streaming related. Because, oh my God, capitalism. And with that, oh my God, capitalism, I would like to tell you all, have a wonderful day and